And I'm back with another one. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Daz, and this my journal. And today, we on the restart of, the semen retention journey, because I'm right back at it. We don't let nothing hold us down for too long. This day 2. But what I've been thinking about lately is, what is sexual immorality? Because a lot of time we just go on semen retention and we don't even think ahead, or think too deep about things. And I'm a person that my mind sometimes wander and it start thinking and it start really just pondering on certain situations, certain topics. And today my mind just started pondering on what is sexual immorality, because in the Bible, I don't know the exact verse, but I know that it's saying committing adultery is definitely a sin. And adultery is when you sleep with another man's wife. And they said infidelity is definitely a sin. And that's when you cheat and you have a spouse or you have somebody that you're dealing with and you start cheating. So it breaks the trust and things of that nature. But what is sexual immorality? What is it? And I don't got the answer. I'm not gonna sit here and act I have the answer to it or not. But I'm gonna just give y'all what I've been learning, especially on this journey. What's been going on, what's been transpiring, and how I've been feeling, And what I've been learning is a lot of times, right? We don't a lot of things that we think we know, we actually just learning about. And a lot of things we think we thought was right was actually wrong. You get my drift right now? And I'm not trying to say, oh, masturbating is right. I'm obviously going back on semen retention. Cause it's one thing I learned on semen retention, right? It brings you to learn self-control, self-discipline. But that's not the only thing that help you with self-discipline. You got to learn how to discipline yourself to have a routine. You got to learn how to discipline yourself to control your emotions. You got to learn how to discipline yourself in many different areas of life. You understand what I'm saying? And being sexual is one of them too, or just, holding your seed is one of them too. But a lot of times, right, when we holding our seed, right, especially me, I'm talking from my experience. I can't talk for y'all. But when I'm holding my seed, right, I did 30 days before. I did 30 days a couple of times. But every time, I did 30 days and I didn't have the feeling of, oh, I want to get upset, or, I was getting overly angry. But a lot of times I did semen retention, I would feel my mood change, where I would be more mean. I would be more unkind to people. I would be just not myself in the nature of I'm not saying I'm super giving, because even when I do relapse, I know how to be myself. I'm myself. But sometimes when I'm on semen retention, it feel like I'm super mean. I'm super unkind. I'm thinking negative about everything. I'm having opinions on everything. I'm thinking I'm better than everybody because I'm on semen retention. And I realized that if I'm on semen retention thinking like that, that's not a good way to think. That's not a godly way to think. You get what I'm saying? And in this, our mind, your mind is your greatest weapon. Everything happened up here first, right? So if everything happened in your mind first, right? And you trying to control yourself, you controlling your emotions, you controlling your actions, you controlling certain things. I'm not telling you to go masturbate, but if you out here being mean and unkind, and it's stemming from doing semen retention, I think sometimes you need a release. I think so. But I feel like we are so sexually driven a lot of times that we are so sexually, let me say that again. We are so sexually driven a lot of times that we lose the self-control aspect of, we lose the self-control over sex. You get it? Like, if you got a girl, right? A lot of people nowadays want to sleep with their girl every single day. And now that I've been doing semen retention for a while now, it's taught me that even when I get a girlfriend, or even when I get a wife, or me and somebody conjoin with God, that I'm not going to sleep with them every day. I'm not going to sleep with them every week. It'd probably be every 2-3 weeks now. Because I'm controlling myself, and I know that I have a goal, I have plans, I have things that I want to do. And overindulgence of sex is a sin. Overindulgence in anything is a sin. It don't matter if it's with your wife or not. And I'm learning that. Like, it's making sense, but it's like it's coming to me bit by bit and piece by piece. I'm going on this. I'm gonna do a 30-day semen retention this time, right? I'm not gonna try to extend myself or kill myself to go to 90 days. I'm gonna do 30 days first, and if I do 30 days and I feel good after 30 days, I'm gonna do another 30, and then keep on going like that. But I'm just thinking about the whole idea of it, like, what is marriage? Let's think about that, right? Let's think about that. What is marriage? What is marriage? What is marriage not in God's eyes? What is marriage in the world eyes right now, right? Marriage in the world eyes is a piece of paper. A piece of paper, an agreement, right? But I started to think, right? And like, marriage should be more you entwined, right? You and somebody become one in God. If that make any sense to y'all. Like, you and somebody become one in God, because like, there's people out there, right, that's married today that can't stand each other. Literally, they cannot stand each other. They hate each other, but they do it because they have a legal bond, which was created. I think the bond should be between you and somebody else, and y'all should come together to understand that y'all coming together as one for God. Like, I feel like you can have a marriage before you legally have a marriage. You can be married to somebody before you legally become married. And when I say that you can be married to somebody before you legally become married, I say that in the sense of y'all complement each other, and not just compliment by words. I'm talking about compliment each other spiritually. Y'all align with each other spiritually. Y'all build each other up. Y'all water each other spiritually. Y'all come together and y'all worship God. Y'all come together and as one in the name of God, spiritually. Where it's somebody, you ever been with somebody and you like, yo, damn, like, I don't even want to deal with nobody else. Like, you just genuinely don't want to deal with nobody else. But then, you ever been in a relationship before and you cannot, like, your soul couldn't, like, you don't know what it is, right? But you could not, like, your soul just couldn't bear that person. Like, your soul just couldn't bear that person. Like, something deep down inside just could not bear that person. No matter how much you tried to love them, or matter how much you loved them, your soul couldn't bear that person. Because I feel like love is something that you grow into. Love is something that you grow into. And what I mean by that is like, when you first see a girl, right? You would like them, right? You like them. Y'all start to get to know each other. And the more y'all get to know each other, y'all become more attached. And y'all, it grow into a sense of love. But what is love for real? What is love for real? Like, let's think about that. All jokes aside, what is love? You ever love somebody and couldn't stand them? You get what I'm saying? Like, you ever love somebody but know that you know, like, I love this person, but I could not be around this person. Is that love or is that attachment? Is that love or is that attachment? All jokes aside, like, I feel like we become too attached to the people that we dealing with nowadays. And then we become so attached that we confuse attachment with love. Love is unconditional. Love is very unconditional. Love is something like, I'm just giving you what I'm learning, like, or I'm thinking, like, love to me is like, is unconditional. It's like somebody that helps you grow truly loves you. You get what I'm saying? Somebody that helps you grow truly loves you. It's like, if you have a partner, right? And y'all been dealing with each other for a while. You ever seen relationships where people was dealing with each other and they like, yeah, I love him, but I can't stand him. Is that love or is that attachment? Is that love or is that attachment? And then you ever seen some people that been together 3 months and they just seem like one, like when they got together, like they energy, you can tell like they was meant for each other. See where I'm going here? I hope y'all see where I'm going here. Like, we confusing a lot of things. We just confusing a lot of things. I'm realizing that now too. We confuse like attachment with love. We confuse like, oh, if somebody gives you something, they love you. Which in reality, somebody can give you something and not love you at all. Somebody could like, oh, if he don't spend on you, he don't love you. No, that person can love you and not, and not want to spend on you because he don't have it, or whatever the situation may be. And I'm just learning that a lot of people confuse attachment with love. A lot of people confuse attachment with love. I think love is a deeper form of understanding. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I think love is a deeper form of understanding. Let me break it down now. When you spiritually connect with somebody, you start to understand why certain things happen certain ways, why they move certain ways, right? And when you start to understand people more, you start to understand that some people is good for your soul and some people is not. You ever heard this saying, I could love somebody from a distance? Meaning that I got love for you, which means that I understand you. I understand what you going through. I understand who you are as a person. I love you, but I can't be around you. I cannot attach myself to you. I'm learning in real time. I'm thinking right now in real time. I swear, right now I'm just thinking. This is why I made a journal, a dad's journal. I'm thinking right now. I want to watch. I want to make this so I can come back and watch this myself. You know, and I'm just trying to learn what is really sexual immorality. Cause I feel like some people that's married is not even in tune with God. They didn't come together as one spiritually for God. You know, and it's that marriage sometimes is just a legal bond. And then there's some people that's in relationships where they just flourish. They get it. They like this. And they came together through God. That's a God-ordained relationship. You know? Like, you ever had sex with somebody and then you just feel super off? Like, you ever been in a relationship with somebody and then you had sex with them and every time you have sex with them, you feel off? Do you think that's ordained by God? And then you ever had sex with somebody and y'all have like a great vibe together? Probably not in a relationship, but y'all have a great vibe together. And y'all have sex and it feel like nobody's pulling nobody's energy. It just feel like a mutual exchange. I don't know, I'm thinking in real time right now. I swear to God, I'm thinking in real time. Like, and it's just making sense. Like, the more I think, the more, because a lot of things we learn in this world was like given to us to program us. You know, a lot of things in this world was given to us to program us. And when you start learning and you start reading and you start understanding certain things, because to know good, you got to know bad. And to understand good, you got to understand bad. You get it? So it's like a lot of things that we learn, I had to unlearn. Like, I had to unlearn that. I used to think, right? Like, I came from a family where they say, oh, your mom this, your mother this. But what if your mother do something to you, right? What if your mother is trying to kill you? You could love her, but you can't be attached to her. Or you could keep your distance. And because you understand that if I go around her, she's gonna try to do something to kill me. So I cannot be around her. A lot of mothers have kids, right? Just to satisfy the man that they with, right? And when the man that they with is gone, they resent the kid. They just stay attached to the kid because it's societal norms to raise the kid up, and which is righteous, which you're supposed to. But they raise the kid with a certain resentment, and then 90% of the time, when the mother resent the father, she grow to resent the kid. So the resentment turned to trying to control the kid. And is control love? Is control love? Control is not love. Control is manipulation. I don't know, y'all. I swear, I swear, ever since I relapsed, I just been thinking and been coming to the realization of a lot of things. That a lot what we learned was programmed for us. Like, we learned that if you love somebody, you gotta do whatever. Yeah, that a lot that we learned is programmed to us, you know? It's like we've been programmed to think certain ways and to carry certain things down the line, you know? And I just been thinking, man. I just really been thinking, like, we confuse a lot of things for love, man. Love is unconditional. Love is not controlling. Love is fleeting. Ooh, that's another one too. Love is very fleeting. What I mean by that is, like, you can love somebody today and hate them tomorrow. Love is a fleeting emotion. You can love somebody today and hate them tomorrow. Why is that? Why is that? Because if you love somebody, right, and they do something that makes you upset or makes you, if you love somebody, right, and they do something that's completely against your morals, right, and they doing stuff and you love somebody but they're destroying you, are you gonna stay in love with them? Eventually, because they say it's a thin line between love and hate. And I'm starting to understand why they say that. Because if somebody is doing something that's destroying you, eventually that love is going to turn to hate. But if you have the power to just detach, let me think right now. If you had the power to detach from somebody, right? If you had the power to detach from someone, you won't turn that love won't turn to hate. It just will turn to, okay, not caring. Like, it's like a not caring, or just like forgiveness. Because people think, oh, if I forgive you, that it mean I got to be cool with you again. I can forgive you and never speak to you again. Because I understand why you did what you did to me. But I won't compromise myself ever again to be in that situation again. You know? And that's what I think forgiveness is. A lot of people want to say, oh, I forgive you, but still harbor hate in their heart. And they harbor the hate because they don't fully understand why or what made you do what you've done. Yeah. I'm just spitting in real time, you know, and just thinking. While I'm here, I'm sitting here thinking. I'm just spitting what I'm thinking. Because think about this, right? The more you compromise yourself, the more you lose yourself. The more you compromise for somebody else, the more you lose yourself, right? That's why they say, when you love somebody, let them be free. So you can see if they really love you for you. Because if somebody loves you, right, they're not going to try to control you. They're not going to try to bring you down. They won't do anything to really harm you. And sometimes you got to let them free. God gave us free will because he loves us. And if we love him back, we get to choose him. You get it? Yo, I swear, I just been doing a lot of thinking. Like, a lot of people don't take the time out to actually just think. I've been doing a lot of thinking. I just been thinking about like all of this, like even the situations with like love and hate. Hate, when you hate somebody, what is hate? Let's think about that real quick too. What is hate? What is hate? I don't carry hate in my heart because I started to understand why people do certain things, but I felt the emotion of hate before. Like, and hate is loving somebody so much I don't know. It's probably because I don't carry a lot of hate in my heart. I can't understand hate. I can't understand it. I don't hate nobody. When people do me wrong, I still don't hate them. I don't hate nobody, so I can't understand hate. I understand envy. I understand jealousy. But I don't carry them emotions neither, but I understand it because I've been, if you say you've never been jealous before, you're a liar. If you say you never envied something before, you're a liar. You can envy people in a healthy way. What I mean by that is like, oh shit, that's the lifestyle I say I like. I don't want his life, but I envy that. And but learning that you envy something because you want it. You don't want their life. Like, some people would let that envy take them over. And once that envy take you over, now you feel like you gotta do anything to destroy that person. And that's when the envy really becomes destructive instead of constructive. You get it? And if you're jealous of something, it's because it's something that you want. Like, if I seen, like, all right, let me give you an example, right? I seen somebody do a music video that I was jealous of. I'm like, damn, that shit is fire. Like, jealousy is really an emotion that's supposed to tap into inspiration. Once you let jealousy take you over, it turns into a deeper form, which turns into envy, which turns into you trying to destroy. And destroying is never a good thing. Because when you're trying to destroy somebody, you only destroy yourself. Especially if the person ain't paying you no mind. Think about that. Because if you're trying to destroy Jay-Z from way far, you giving him all your attention, all your energy. Think about that. Just been doing a lot of thinking, y'all. I swear, I've just been doing a lot of thinking. And you ever heard somebody like be friends with somebody and be like, and then they got a high score, they be like, I'm jealous of you. And they don't really mean that they jealous of the person. They just kind of wish they had that. They kind of wish they did better themselves because they know what they can do. So it's like, damn, I'm jealous of me not pushing myself to the limit. Well, yeah, I'm jealous of you because I didn't push myself to the limit. I feel like everything that they teach us is like that's why you got to get in tune with your shadow side, because you got to learn that yin yang, right? Yin yang. Everything good can be used for evil. Everything bad can be used for good. You get what I'm saying? Because if you know how to, if you're very charming, you could be charming to be manipulative, right? But if you know how to if you know what manipulation is, you learn that manipulation is a form of control. And control, we have no control over anything. So you learn, you understand it, but you don't do it because you choose. Like the other day when John Jones, when I told you about the John Jones saying, that struck me deeply, because we all born into sin. You got to choose to do right. You ever been in a situation, right, where you got two choices, right? You got two choices. You can do good or you can do bad. Sometimes the bad can benefit you in the moment, but sometimes and the good can seem like you're losing. But in all reality, when you do good, you never lose. You never lose. Because when you do good, you keep a clear conscience. When you have a clear conscience, you can move freely throughout this world. If you keep doing bad to people, that shit eats you up. And then that's when you start thinking, that's when you start having psychosis and you start going crazy. But once you move with a pure intention and you move that and you understand that we are all God's children. God said he put a part of him in every one of us. Right? So if you moving out here, you moving with ill intention towards people, you think God don't see that? I don't know. Listen, I'm just here. Like, hey, all right, let me give you an example, right? This laptop right here, right? That's when I was still like in my bag. I was still doing scams and stuff. And me and my mans ran the play for me. But it was his play, but he ran the play and I made some bread off of it. But he did not know. He thought it was one laptop. It was actually two laptops. And I gave him the other laptop. He paid me my bread and I held this one down. When I held this one down though, I felt so fucking terrible inside. Cause I'm like, what would God want me to do? So you know what I did? I called them up. Hey, I got your laptop, bro. I got an extra laptop. You didn't know I was going to keep it. I was very honest, too. I said I was going to keep it, but I don't feel right doing that. So you know what? I got the laptop. I want to keep it. But I got the laptop here. I paid for the laptop. Don't get me wrong. I paid for it afterwards, but I feel so good after paying for it. I didn't have that weight of burden on my chest. And that's what I mean by knowing bad but doing good. I knew I could have stolen it. I knew I could have easily got away with it. But I'd have kept been thinking like, damn, what if he know? What if he know? What if he find out? What if he... Now, I don't have to do all that. I told him the truth. And I don't want no praise from him. I didn't want the praise where he looking at me like, oh, you an honest guy. No, that wasn't why I did it. I did it to clear my soul, to clear my energy. And it felt good. That's why you got to choose good over evil every time. And now I'm just going, I'm just going right now. I'm just going. I went from sexual immorality to now I'm talking about just good and evil, you know what I mean? But that's why you just choose good every time. You're going to make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You're going to make mistakes. But mistakes is there to give you a better understanding of things. So look at it like that, Hey, I'm going to keep saying this, man. God is the greatest. God is the greatest. God is the greatest. Keep your head in that Bible, man. Keep your head in the Bible. He gonna transform you. You gotta be renewing of the mind. You gotta have a renewing of the mind to actually change who you are. If you still thinking the same way, you still moving the same way, you're never gonna change. Put your head in that Bible. I'm telling you. Put your head in that Bible. Pray. Stay prayed up. There's so much evil going on out here. That prayer is the best form of protection. Prayer. So with all that being said, man, it's your boy Daz, and today I was just, I literally was just giving y'all how I think, you know, how I think sometimes and what I think about and how deep I go into the thinking. If it resonate, you know, if it resonate, it resonate. If it don't, it don't. That's not up to you. That's not up to me to, you know, make y'all resonate. But I'm just doing this because I want to come back on this. I want to watch this again. When I do watch this again, I want to be able to just think about what I was thinking about at this time. You know what I mean? And to see if I grew or I declined in that time. So with that being said, man, put God first. Put God first. Put God first. And I'm out of here. It's your boy Daz. Peace.